Hello students, welcome to the another session of environmental science. In this session, we are going to learn about a topic called Grassland ecosystem part 2. So let us understand the various objectives of the session. First, the various types of grassland ecosystem. Second, different roles of grassland. Third, economic importance of grassland. Fourth, flora and fauna of grassland ecosystem. Fifth, India's diverse grassland ecosystem. And sixth, we are going to summarize the topic. So let us understand these objectives in much detail. First, types of grassland ecosystem. Grassland ecosystem contains 5 types of grassland mainly, which are tropical grassland, temperate grassland, flooded grassland, montane grassland, and desert grassland. First, we will understand what do you mean by the tropical grassland. Tropical grasslands are the one which receives 50 centimeter to 100 centimeter rain overall. Furthermore, they have both rainy and dry days. As a result, they are warm all around the year. Moreover, tropical grasslands are also called savanna grassland. These grasslands contains more shrubs and small trees that are dry in nature. The tropical grassland contains quite short plants, which makes it an excellent hunting ground. For instance, the African savannas is one of the tropical grassland. The tropical grassland is a home for elephants, giraffe, lions, cheetah, zebras, and other spectacular species. Second will be temperate grassland. Temperate grassland receives a rainfall of around 25 centimeter to 75 centimeter in range. The climate in temperate grassland makes it both dormant and growing. Moreover, these grasslands suffer extreme climates. In the cold season, the temperature can reach up to 0 degree Fahrenheit as well, while in the summer season it reaches up to 90 degree in some areas. The precipitation level in this grassland is mostly in the form of dew and snow. For instance, some vegetation that grows here are cacti, sagebrush, perennial grasses, buffalo grass clovers, and wild indigos, etc. Third will be the flooded grassland. As the name suggests, the flooded grassland are having water all year round. Furthermore, these grassland contains numerous vegetation that grows in water. Various water birds migrate to these areas, while some are residents of it. Most noteworthy, the Everland is the world's largest flooded grassland. The Everlands, with an area of 7,800 square meter, feature some 11,000 species of seed-bearing plants, 25 varieties of orchids, 300 bird species and 150 fish species approximately. Furthermore, it features various types of birds, fish, mammals, reptiles, seed-bearing plants, amphibians and butterflies, etc. Fourth one will be the mountain grassland. Mountains, as the name suggests, means high altitude. Therefore, these are the grassland that are situated at a high altitude shrubland region. These are called high altitude because they are above the tree line level of the ground. Moreover, the plant found here have a rosette structure which have a abundant pilosity and waxy surface. For instance, the northern Andes contain these type of habitat. The plant and animals of mountain paromas display striking adaptation to cool, wet condition and intense sunlight as well. The mountain grassland of the Tibetan plateau still supports relatively intact migration of Tibetan antelope. Last grassland system is known as desert grassland. The desert grassland are the type of grassland that separates the true desert of the lowland and the mountain grassland. Furthermore, these grassland receives very low precipitation level. As a result, these are the hottest and driest grasslands. These grasslands are mostly scattered as they are dependent on the areas of rainfall, since the precipitation varies from region to region. Therefore, the vegetation of these grasslands also varies. Various types of animals are present in this grassland. For example, reptiles like prairie rattlesnake, western diamondback, gopher snake are present here. Birds like horned lark, lag bunting, meadowlarks, scaled quail are present here as well. Now let us understand the different roles of grassland. What roles they provide to the ecosystem as well. First one is grassland and the food supply. Second, grass for amenity purposes. Third, grass as an energy and fuel crop. Fourth, grass act as a carbon sequestration. And fifth, grass for perfume, alcohol and beverages. Let us understand these roles in detail. The first role is known as grassland and food supply. To contribute sustainability substantially to the stabilization of farmers' income and at the same time to the diversification of their farming activities. To be a credible answer to the demand of our citizens for healthy food, better quality and environmentally sound production method which respect animal welfare principles as well. To help to improve the public image of and support for the common agricultural policies. To send a clear message to our trading partners, including in particular the developing countries. Second, grass for amenity purposes. There are a lot of small varying to very large grass field which is used for urbanization and construction of public buildings and private houses. The private garden and especially the green grass of home is in many countries for their families the identification of their good feelings. People try to keep their lawn in good condition and even to make it better looking. These grass fields are frequently renovated and most appropriate species and varieties are used to fit with the requested goal. Next, grass for energy and fuel crop. Research and industries are looking for crop production systems that give biomass production transferable to bioenergy. Poplar, willow, perennial grass species and wheat straw are recognized as energy crop for the second generation fuel. The development of breeding programs for the energy crops based on scientific finding of plant system biology, which will allow economically more efficient plants to be selected. The genetically modified crops for energy purposes will be more easily accepted from all stakeholders than transgenic food crops. Next, grass for carbon sequestration. Other specific characteristics give grassland more importance, such as the capacity to store carbon and to act as a carbon sink. Grasslands are able to sequester about the double quantity of carbon in the soil in comparison to the arable land. In this context, it is worthwhile to notice that permanent grassland are sinks for carbon sequestration in comparison to the arable land. Last, grass for perfume, alcohols and beverages. There is a popularly vodka which is named Zabravka, which is flavored with a particular variety of grass called bison grass. Other Cumarian rich grass species are used in the same way like sweet fennel grass used in tobacco and herbal pillows. For centuries, the oil extract from the roots of vetiver grass has been used in the perfume trade. Indigenous people have recognized vetiver for its medicinal uses as well. East Indian lemongrass is dominantly used in the perfume industry as it contains less myrcene and therefore has a longer shelf life as well. Let us understand the next objectives, which is economic importance of grassland. Grassland plays a very vital role for the economic purposes as well. For example, many rural communities have grassland as a grazing pastures. Cattle and goat farmers as well as shepherds who rear sheep are heavily reliant on grassland. The village's common area is used to graze domestic animals. In the summer, when there is no grass left to graze, fodder is harvested and stored to feed cattle. Houses and farm structures are also covered in grass. The thorny bushes and branches of the few trees found in grassland are important source of fuel wood. Many grasslands have been degraded due to the overgrazing by large herds of domestic cattle. Insects from variety of species pollinate crops in grassland. Small mammals like shrews, reptiles like lizards, birds of prey and amphibia like frogs and toads are the predators of these insects. All of these predatory species aid in the control of insect pests in agricultural fields nearby. Next topic will be the flora and fauna of grassland ecosystem. First, we will understand the flora of grassland ecosystem. Grassland are dominated by wide variety of wild plants. The main trees in semi-natural grasslands are oak, birch, hazel and hawthorn. Tall grasses are found in Africa, South America, and North America. Some grasslands can be savannas, scrubby grassland, or semi-wooded grassland as well. Complex mats made of perennial grass and forbs stabilize the soil of the ecosystem as well. Hula meadows can be found in South India in the patches on the hillside near the evergreen forest. Next will be fauna of grassland ecosystem. Most of the world's large animal lives in grassland. The one-horned rhinoceros is one of the threatened grassland animals in northeast India. Other grassland animals, which include the jaguar, African wild dog, pronghorn, black-footed ferret, plain bisons, mountain plover, African elephant, Sunda tiger, black rhino, white rhino, savanna elephant, larger one-horned rhino, Indian elephant, quick fox are some of the popular examples. The grassland of African savannas are home to various predatory animals like lions and cheetahs as well. Invertebrates live in the deep soil of undisturbed grassland are some of the characteristics of fauna as well. Now let us understand the India's diverse grassland ecosystem. First we will understand the Deccan Plateau of grassland. Deccan Plateau of grassland are currently found in central and southern India, primarily covering the parts of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. These grasslands are often referred as the Mysore Plateau or Deccan Plateau grassland as well. They have a mix of short and tall grasses and support diverse flora and fauna. The biodiversity of these grasslands are home to various species including the Indian wolf, Indian fox and variety of bird species as well. Now let us move to the western part of India, which are also known as Western Ghats grassland, also popularly known as Shola grassland. It is found in the Western Ghats mountain range in states like Kerala, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. The characteristics of these grasslands are interspersed with the Shola forest and are known for their unique high altitude ecosystem. The biodiversity of these Western grasslands host a wide range of endemic plant species and provide habitat for species like Nilgiri tahr and endangered mountain goat as well. Now let's move on to the northwestern plant, which are also known as Punjab plain grassland. It includes parts of Punjab, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh. The characteristics of these grasslands are part of the Indo-Gangetic plain and are often used for agricultural purposes, primarily for wheat and rice cultivation. The fertile soil of these regions make it one of the most important agricultural areas in India. Next will be the Eastern Himalayan grassland. It is primarily situated in the state of Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Bhutan. The characteristics of these grasslands are it is found at a high altitude and are crucial for local biodiversity and livelihood of various indigenous communities as well. If you take a look at the biodiversity, they provide habitat for several endangered species including the red panda and snow leopard. The last grassland ecosystem will be Bani grassland. It is situated in the Kutch district of Gujarat in the Rann of Kutch region. The characteristics include are seasonally flooded and provide grazing grounds for livestock. They are also known for their distinct landscapes and wildlife. The Bani grassland supports a range of bird species including the migratory birds. Let us summarize the topic as well. In conclusion, the grassland ecosystem are indispensable for agriculture, tourism and resource extraction, directly contributing to the livelihood of millions of people. The diverse flora and fauna within grassland ecosystem underline their ecological richness and importance. In India, grassland range from the Terai and Shola grassland to the Deccan and Savannah grassland, each with their unique characteristic and species. Protecting and sustainably managing grassland ecosystem is very much essential for ensuring their continued benefit. Thank you.